It's my second time using this board. The first time using the microphone like that.
Yeah, I can tell because man, you still hear the echo and all the other stuff, man.
Got the round battery.
Man, I don't know what you did differently, but it's completely different.
But now,
Just the sound, the quality.
I just got the microphone. I pushed it back. I guess I can't back up the microphone.
You know, you still kind of a little choppy and still a little loud and still echoey. Don't know if that's a word, but I just made a word, echoey. I know.
I can't get rid of the echo. I don't know how to get rid of it. I tried everything. I can test it. Like 13.
Yeah, but how did you get rid of it last time?
I had to
Right?
use the microphone last time.
So where's the other microphone that you had?
Well, I have no idea. I put it back in the closet.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, you might have to go to back to the regular one you had, at least for today. Cause like even now, I can barely hear you, but you still loud. I just hear the words. It's like
That means I gotta pull this up. I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah, you like extremely loud, like you talking through a megaphone.
What about now? Turn the volume back. Test. 1, 2. Test.
You sound normal, but when you start talking normal, we hear the echo and we hear you like super
Can't
loud.
get rid of the echo. Can't get that. The mic's stuck in the closet. Test. 1, 2. Test.
Chipmunk. Yeah, you know, the volume is good. It's just the echo.
I can't get rid of the echo.
I don't know.
As long as you can hear me, that sounds good.
But you're like super loud, like you're super
Turn the
loud.
volume down.
Now I can barely hear you.
Right now.
That's good.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I can't get rid of the echo. I can't hear myself. Let's turn the computer volume back. Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Somebody say leave the computer.
you hear myself, man. What do you hear now? I can hear myself. Am I good?
I think it's about as good as we're gonna get, man.
Yeah, I gotta fix that. I mean, what the new mic, thinking it's going to be like a. All right.
All right, we ready to roll?
Yeah.
'Cause I think it's about as good as it's gonna get, man.
Ready?
Yeah.
You can't tell me. I can't hear myself.
Sounds awful, man. Whatever you did, it ain't working.
I got to put it. I can't hear myself. I'm sorry.
Man, your computer still sound kind of choppy. Hey, like, dude, yeah, you might have to log out and log in or take the headphones off so you can kind of hear what's going on because it ain't, we
My
kind of,
headphones are the only way to hear it.
yeah.
All right, fuck it. Let's get started, man. This is the No Podcast with Jay the Age and JB the General. I'm saying that's JB the General. Thank you all for viewing No Podcast. You can have technical difficulties. Find new stuff and check stuff the first thing. This thing happen. Let's go ahead and get started. First topic. First topic.
Man, yeah. It's hard it's kind of hard to hear you, dog. It's kind of hard to hear you. And I mean, you're high, you're low, it's a little choppy. I don't want us to go into it, man. I can't really hear what you're saying. And, some of your words are high, some of them are low. We got to get his message out to the people clear.
All right, you hear me now?
Yeah, I mean, it's echoey, though.
I can't do nothing. All right, I can't do nothing with it, man.
Well, all right.
All right, what about that?
That's good. If you loud, I'd rather you be loud than not being able to hear.
Wait a minute. Do you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like you're loud and echo, but at least you're not up and down. At least you're consistent.
Okay. So this is Bluetooth. That's why. It's on Bluetooth, and I put the cord in. But you can hear me.
Yeah. Somebody says, I mean, you sound like you're in the auditorium. It did do. But you know what? Let's just go with this. Because at least I can hear you.
Okay. And I can hear myself now too.
Yeah, there we go. I'm fine with this. Let's roll. Let's go.
Okay. Test 1, 2. All right, here we go. All right, first topic we had. Okay, I just had my notes up too.
Brittany Griner, Russia.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry, man. I'm so out of it today, man. Pull up information. See that?
Yeah, I see it.
So, Brittany Griner situation. For those who don't know, that she was arrested in Russia on because of the cannabis in the vape cartridges, and this was back in February, and like really right, like last week we just not hearing about
it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I is the mic too close?
I pull it back. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. It doesn't sound like you real close to the microphone.
I pulled it back. It's back. I turned the volume down.
You still loud, man. But all right. So
I'll put the computer down. Okay.
All right. All right. So you and I kind of been talking about Brittany Griner. Look, all right, many people, the heck did you just do?
Go ahead.
All right, many people were asking, what was Brittany Griner doing in Russia? The same thing you and I would be doing in Russia. She was trying to make more money than she was getting paid over here in the States for WNBA. Look, they offer her the money. I'm pretty sure she didn't have the family, that you and I maybe had. Maybe she didn't have the best relationship with her family, but she was trying to get paid. Unfortunately, what many people don't realize is other country laws are not the same as our laws, you know, and our laws are trash. Our judicial system is trash because it's so up and down, But when you go to another country, if you don't know what their laws are, then you could be in a world of hurt, as is right now with her. And on top of that, they're having a conflict with Ukraine, and she just happens to be there at the wrong time, right place for her at the moment. I mean, when she was getting paid, it was the right place for her to get paid. Right now, she's there at the wrong time. And all Russia is doing is pretty much making an example, because when I was just reading about it, they're talking about she could face 5 to 10 years in a Russian prison. And ladies and gentlemen, prison ain't fun. And I heard Russian prison is even worse than American prison. You
Yeah, it
know,
is. Yeah.
just from a standpoint of uh, how they treat their criminals. So I mean, I get why she went over there, man. So for people to be like, oh, she shouldn't have went over there anyway. If you had an opportunity to make millions of dollars or however much she was getting paid over there in Russia compared to making a couple thousand over here, you know what? I'm pretty sure you would take that risk too. Because I would have took that risk if I didn't have much family, I didn't have any kids, I wasn't married or whatever. I probably would have, you and I kind of talked about it with Stephon Marbury. Stephon Marbury wasn't making the money in the NBA, that he made in China. That man moved to China, been a Chinese citizen for years now.
Mm-hmm.
And so some people just go off of the opportunity, man.
And what I'm upset about is the way people are bashing her about, that's what she get for going to Russia, but don't know the reason why she's going to Russia. She's playing basketball over there. She's been over there for 6 years.
Yeah. There you go. Whatever you did,
I turned everything off. I turned the whole thing off.
Yeah, it sounds great now, man.
I got this good microphone here with the little thing here, and I thought that was gonna work, but hey, all right. Well, anyway, but yeah, man, they just talking, the dogging or talking bad to her, man, saying that what she get, and then because she's a black lesbian and what she stood for with the national anthem a couple of years ago, they're not feeling her. They're saying karma is a bitch now.
Well, I mean, look, I get it. However you feel about Brittany Griner as whether she's a lesbian or you didn't like because she stood for the anthem or whatever, man. I mean, she still is a human.
Yeah, and I agree with you.
Yeah, and they all as much as I say what I say about people, look, I try not to judge people based on whatever, but I do know, man, she made a mistake. Okay, whether she
And
didn't
she
know,
probably didn't know the laws.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. She probably didn't know their laws, so there's nowhere in the world, she should face 5 to 10 years in a Russian prison because of some hashish oil. I mean, come on, man. But again, this is why I say, like, if you go to man, what's that country? I'm trying to think. I can't think of it. But if you still, let's say you steal an apple, I mean, they cane you. You know, they hit you with they lynch you with a cane.
Right.
You know, like they did that kid. I want to say it was like early 2000s or 90s. You know, I can't. Man, I wish I knew the name of that country off the top of my head. Um, I don't think it's
Bunch of
Taiwan.
countries.
Yeah, I mean, in certain countries they chop your hand off if you steal. You
Yeah.
know, and so before you go anywhere, you should realize and study up on their laws and their customs. And unfortunately, she made a mistake. But what they're doing is they're making an example out of her right now with what's going on in Russia. If you don't know what's going on with Russia, then I suggest you look it up. If not, you living in a cave or something. So I'm just saying, but they're making an example out of her because I feel like she's black, she's a lesbian, and she's an American.
Right.
You know? And even if she was only one out of the three, which was being American, they're making an example out of her, man. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately,
That's exactly what this is. They make
yeah,
example about her.
but
Yeah.
see, unfortunately, is America does not have any jurisdiction over it. So it's not like America getting to say, hey, let her go. I mean, especially like if Russia said she, was over there and she did something illegal, then unfortunately, man, like I don't know. She's pretty much at the mercy of Russia right now. You
Yeah.
know.
And this
So
is off the subject. This one I didn't know. Um, who was ASAP Rocky got arrested in another country a few years back, and
yeah,
Trump
yeah,
got him out.
yeah, yeah.
The question is, what Biden going to do? What's he going to do?
I don't think Biden's gonna do anything, honestly. You
Right.
because right now, with everything that's going on with Russia and the war in the Ukraine and stuff like that, I mean, I feel like Biden has more pressing issues, you know, um,
Okay.
to deal with. Not to say that her life is important, because I do feel her life is just as important as yours and mine. I'm
Right.
right now, man, like you, you know, it's kind of hard to say, man. If Brittany Griner was kind of, let's just say, if she was a top politician or a general or POW, if
Yeah.
you don't know what POW means, it stands for prisoner of war. Then maybe. But right now, man, with her breaking the law over there in Russia, uh, your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. So
But here's my question to you. Well, for everybody who's listening, play the WNBA for 400,000 a year, or go play for Russia for 1.5 million. Which are you going to settle for $400,000 just to play WNBA in the summertime and don't do nothing in the I guess in the off season, or are you going to go play overseas and and make some extra money? What would you do if you, like I said, if you didn't have no kids, you an athlete, you got the opportunity?
I mean, me, I always wanted to travel. So I would have took the money, to go do something I love to do and go to another country. I would have went overseas. Now, had I went to Russia, I don't know, if it had been China, I would have went to China or something. But again, you don't know because it's not you.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to say what you would do, right now, without having that money presented in your face. It's just hard to say. But personally, me, had I not had any family or anything else, then yeah, I probably would have went over to
But
see.
on the comments, like she's been playing there for 6 years, like, and then she's on contract to play in Russia. Yeah, if that was me, yeah, I would look at the laws and what's going on and then be cautious about it. But she was coming back, I guess, from the United States. The dog sniffed her bags. They found vape cartridges. Apparently, when the vape cartridges is cannabis, and that's, I guess that's illegal out there. So for her to get 10 years for that, I mean, come on, they try to make an example out of her because we're going on the war.
Hey man, all I can say is free BG. And I ain't talking about cash money, BG. Must be a lot of that. But hey, free BG, man. Look, I don't know, man. I wish her the best. I hope she's free, but I don't know. That one is tough. Freedom both. Exactly. Free both of them.
All right, let's move on to the second topic. Second topic, toilet paper. Toilet paper rolls, they get smaller and smaller. And let's pull that up. I have the images here. And I do have the story on the toilet paper. All right. There we go.
Sure.
Yeah, I got it. So, CNN reports slimming down toilet paper, fewer cookies in the bag, less container, and squeeze tooth. But the main thing is the toilet paper. The changes are subtitled and might evade less discouraging shoppers, but retail industry experts say we could see more consumer products starting to shrink in size and quantity, or both because of rising costs. I'm gonna leave it at that. What's your take on that?
All right, so I thought about this, right? So, all right, a few years ago, right? Actually, I want to say it. Yeah, I was at this company. New management came in. We went from having the good tissue, good 2-ply thick tissue, like Cottonelle or whatever, the best TP. Dude came in with that freaking 1-ply.
1-ply?
1-ply. And if anybody knows what 1-ply is the thin layer of tissue, just the one thin layer.
It's sandpaper.
Yeah. And you got to wrap it like 100 times just to get the job of one wrap, you know what I'm saying? And that sucks, So everybody hated it, especially me. I can't stand it, but so now
that's in the company bathrooms or just for at your job in the bathrooms, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was just at my job. I mean, this dude was skin tight, with money. But here's my thing about that, right? So I pay attention to a lot of things that normal people might not pay attention to, right?
Right.
So let's just say with the toilet paper, inflation is rising. But it's beyond, toilet paper. I mean, toiletries are one thing. So I started with that, but this is a big issue. Okay. You go to a store, let's say you grab yourself a nice big old bag of Ruffles potato chips, right? You open up the bag. The bag is already 50% of air.
Oh, it's air, straight air, yeah.
Yeah, it's 50% of air. And so now the cost is already like $4 and some change for that same bag of chips that used to be $3. You're already paying, for 50% of the product. So now if tissue is shrinking, the rolls are shrinking. So that means the money goes up on the cost of toilet paper, but they give you less on the roll. So that means what does that mean? What does that mean? I'm asking you, what does that mean?
You asked me a question. What does that mean?
Yeah, what does it mean?
I mean, things is going to get smaller and smaller.
Well, not only that means you're going to have to buy more.
Yep.
So if the roll is shrinking, you buy more. And so that's with everything. If you look at the cereal right now, you got your large size, you got your family size, and then you got a mega size. Now, when we was growing up, that whole mega size was a regular size box of cereal. But now that mega size is like $5 a box of cereal.
So what would Costco or Sam's Club be? What size that would be?
They give you like a regular box. They just give you like the 3 boxes in one.
But Costco and Sam's is the wholesale side. They're gonna give you the bigger box.
No, they don't do bigger boxes no more. They just give you like 3 boxes
Three different things in one box.
Yeah, yeah, they give you that. But see, the problem is what people don't realize, man, is inflation has really been going up little by little. But see, what we don't really do is we don't really seem to notice it until it becomes like a thing, like for everything. Right now,
Body
all
packs.
right, 2 weeks ago, gas was $3.50.
We're gonna get to that. Get to that in a minute too.
Yeah, a month ago it was $3. So now it went from $3 to $4 in a matter of a month. And see, the thing is, it's like I told someone years ago, this is how the system gets you. We're gonna raise up minimum wage to $15. Okay.
That
So
still
you
ain't. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, sorry. I didn't
so
mean to
you
cut you
get
off.
more money, right? You're making more money, right?
Man,
No, you'll never make more money because every time,
it depends what market you in.
yes, but every time you think you're making more, yes, that is true. The war is affecting this, but every time you're making money, more money, the cost goes up. And when cost goes up,
Especially cost of living.
yeah, when cost goes up, you'll never catch, you never reach that threshold where everything evens out. So every time you make more money, everything goes up. Everything. It's always like this. And it always reminded me of that old commercial where the dude's fishing and the girl's trying to catch that dollar. He's like, oh, you gotta be quicker than that. And he's
Oh, the
juggling
state,
that dollar.
Allstate commercial.
Yeah, he's juggling that
Allstate.
dollar. And she's jumping for it. And he's jumping for it. Yeah, you gotta be quicker than that. But see, what we have to do is we have to realize, man, that everything that goes up, or when they bring things down, or when they shrink them rolls of tissue or whatever, nothing will ever go back. Nothing. Those $5 boxes of cereal, they ain't going back down. I mean, they will sometime now. You'll get some sales. Oh, this is $5, but we're having a sale to where it's $3. You know, but that only lasts for a short amount of time. Anything that goes up rarely comes down.
Prime example. Remember Wendy's with the dollar menu, McDonald's dollar menu?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no more dollar menu. It's like they have like a you got a bundle now, 2 for $6, or I think McDonald's has like a 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4 bundle, something like that.
Yeah.
There's no more dollar menu.
I mean, a 5-piece chicken nugget, man, used to be like a dollar. Now there is no 5-piece. You either
I
a
think it's like
4-piece or a 6-piece.
yeah, I think it's like 179 now or something like that. Wendy's.
Yeah, so I mean, that's just it is what it is, man. But see me, you know, this is why, man. Like as far as it, you kind of be better at buying tissue in bulk instead of you
Look,
going you buy a
Costco and
couple of
Sam's.
them. That's what
BJ's.
that's what we're gonna have to start doing, my friends. That's what we're gonna start
Like
doing.
if you go to the dollar store now, you look at the toilet paper. Like I was at Dollar Tree, uh, maybe a week or so, and I'm looking at the toilet paper. I'm like, man, this is only gonna last me 2 days. 2 days of a
Yeah,
roll.
that's what I'm saying, man. That's what we gotta do.
All right, next topic. Smokey Robinson is drawing mixed reactions. This time I'm ready. Bam, there we go. So, Smokey Robinson's poem, A Black American, sparkled the widespread discussion about racial identity following his original performance. This was 18 years ago, during the season finale of the Russell Simmons of Deaf Poetry. While the scripture aimed to educate its readers about Black experience and what Black people have been called or regarded as over the years, it also sought to explain what being Black meant to an 82-year-old. That's Smokey Robinson. So during the View last month, legendary singer opened the poem after it was turned into an animation by a teacher trying to educate his students about Black experience during Black History Month. When asked about being Black American, the singer stunned viewers after admitting he resented being labeled Black African American. So he's basically saying he wants to be called a Black African American. Is that right?
I think he just wants to be called Black, not
Okay.
African.
Okay. Well, I mean, what's the when you fill out application? What do you put? African American, and you just put Black. I mean, like,
Okay, so they always put like Black / African American.
okay,
All right, so for me, you know, here's my issue. I don't resent being called African American. I have never resented that. I prefer to be called Black. And the only reason I do that is because no matter what nationality you are, if you are of color, they consider you Black. You know,
mhm.
you can be a Haitian, African, Bahamian, Jamaican. You can be half Black, half Asian, half Black, half Hispanic, whatever. And when they look at you, our society, unfortunately, our society tends to look at us as as a construct. You know, you're Black, right? They don't know your nationality. Matter of fact, there are some Dominicans even blacker than you and me, darker than you and me. So for me, I've never really labeled myself as an African American because why do we have to be classified as African Americans instead of just being classified American? Like they do Native Americans.
Yeah.
You know, Native Americans are they just classify them in one category, right? So you have a Cherokee, Sioux, um, Seminole Indians, Shawnee Indians. You have so many Native Americans, right? But what they do is they just call them Native Americans. As
So one
far as
comment said people don't use those terms regularly throughout conversation.
well, and see that's what it is. So I had a conversation years ago with a guy, right? He was Jamaican. Him and I used to work together. He said, he called me a Yankee. That's what I don't know why
I've
we
been
do
at
this.
that a lot of times. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why we do that to each other, but I've been called by Jamaicans or Haitians. I've been called by Yankees, well, primarily Jamaicans. They say, "Oh, you're a Yankee," and I had asked them, "What does that mean?" "Oh, you're an American." I said this to the guy. I said, "So are you?" He said, "No, I'm Jamaican." I said, "You're an American." He said, "No, I'm from Jamaica." I said, "You got a green card?" He said, "Yeah, I got a green card." I said, "What does your green card say? Does it say a Jamaican citizen or does it say American citizen?" He said, "Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you
What about the
mean."
ones that are born in America, but they mother and father's Jamaican? Those are the ones that be on that type as well.
Exactly. But see, my thing is right. When you go somewhere, let's say you was to be in a racist part of somewhere, you know,
Bingo. Yeah, yeah, you nailed it right there. Go ahead.
yeah, and let's say you walked up, a Jamaican walked up, a Haitian walked up, a dude who was half Chinese, half Black walked up. They would all see, they might say four N words, but other than that, they wouldn't care if you were that person Jamaican. They wouldn't be like, "Hey man, I'm Jamaican. I'm not Black." They would look at us all as Black. Okay.
I'm gonna give you an example, but go ahead.
All right, real quick. Like, here's the funny thing is, all life originated from Africa, which is who don't know, the people that don't know, I might be pronouncing it wrong. I forgot, but I'm gonna try to say is Al-Kebalan was the original name of Africa, Al-Kebalan, and some people call it Ethiopia.
Mhm.
So all life originated from Africa. So in actuality, we're all descendants of Africa. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Africa still has that little land bridge that leads from Africa to Europe. It's still on the map. It's a thin land, part of Africa that leads to Europe.
Uh-huh.
So that means pretty much most life started in Africa. So we're all pretty much of African descent. You know, even, I mean, you can look it up. You can look it up right now. And even scientists, I'm using air quotes because I don't really with all that science, but they will tell you the first man originated in Africa. So,
Okay.
but I don't use the term African American because you got people that are actually from Africa that live in America that aren't even black. Some of them are white. They're South Africans.
Yeah.
So I mean, what are they going to consider themselves? White, Caucasian? I mean, I don't know. I just never like the term African American because I feel like we're all basically from America. I mean, Africa. But why can't we just be normal Americans? Or why did we
Like
have to be
Americans.
classified? Yeah, why do we have to be classified as African American?
Right.
If you're gonna classify me, just classify me as black because that's the first thing you see anyway. So, and I'm brown skinned, but I'm a black human. I'm still black first, whatever.
So the example that I had, and this is kind of off the subject, when I moved to Minnesota back in 2009, and you got your hood parts in Minnesota, you got you got your not so hood parts. So I was at a basketball game, and it was a team. It was all white, but they had one mixed kid, black and white.
Yeah.
So somebody was like said something, and they mentioned, oh yeah, they got one black kid on the team. I was like, no, I see one mixed kid. But no, he black. I'm like, okay. I'm confused on that part there, but I get it now. It don't matter if you mix, if you're Haitian, Jamaican, you step outside of, I don't know, possibly Florida, maybe New Orleans, Georgia, probably. You consider black. If you mix with anything, you can be black or white.
And unfortunately, that's how society basically categorizes, man. I mean, when they look at Hispanics, they call them brown. They're considered brown, the brown people.
Or they'll say like if that person's Puerto Rican or they from I guess another part of Spanish. They either will say Mexican or they'll say, oh, they Spanish. Some of them do.
Yeah,
Others will say what you said. They'd be brown.
Yeah,
Afro Latina, yeah.
Yeah, but see, some of them actually don't consider themselves as more of black. They consider themselves more of Caucasian. They classify with Caucasian.
Yeah, because that's probably what they know growing up.
What Smokey was saying is that I guess he considers himself to just be a black man, which I can identify with that, but I would never basically resent being called African American. I just always chose to be black because to me that just represents, encompasses all of us. Now then when you say, okay, I'm black, but I'm a Haitian or I'm a Jamaican or whatever. But if you go and you try to fill out an application, they're not going to ask you specifically, what are you? Are you a Haitian? Are you Jamaican? They're just going to put African American. And I've never met anybody that's going to cross out African American and write Jamaican or Haitian or whatever. That's just, so, I mean, I get it. Now that whole resent part, I don't understand Smokey on that, but I do understand what he's saying. So,
Okay, moving on. Next topic. The YouTubers in Target. Let me pull that up. This is kind of like, what the hell happened here? So, YouTubers who attempted to spend the night in Pennsylvania Target now faces up to 7 years in prison. A night of fun in the Pennsylvania Target store has led to YouTubers Saucy and Honey facing criminal charges that could result up to 7 years in prison. The West Whiteland Township Police say a 25-year-old Johnson LaRose and 24-year-old Charlotte Fisher were arrested after hiding inside of a Chester County Target and filming the encoder of their social media on February 21st, 2022. And I'm not going to go any further on that. I'm just going to leave that there. Like, come on, man. Like, you asking to go to jail. You just asking to get arrested, man.
All right, so this is here's the thing about this, right? All right.
All for content, but go ahead.
So look, I don't think they should get 7 years because they didn't steal anything. They actually didn't steal anything. You know, I know they it's funny, it's an episode of King of the Hill where some people hid in the mall overnight.
Remember that episode?
Yeah, I mean that was one of my favorite episodes of King of the Hill.
The guy, the trumpet player.
Yeah, exactly. And the funny thing is, they actually built a fort to hide so nobody would know they were in there.
Right?
So, all right. So listen, I don't think they should get 7 years in prison because they didn't steal anything.
Right.
You know, that to me, come on.
But you well, on laws, it's I guess trespassing after hours. So yeah, but I mean,
it's trespassing, but they didn't steal anything. So if you want to give them trespassing, it's not breaking and entering, and the reason it's not breaking and entering because you are in the store. Right. Breaking and entering, breaking
down the store.
Yeah, you had to break into something to enter it by definition. You can't break into something if you're already there.
Yeah.
They just didn't leave. So they didn't break anything. So you can't give them a breaking and entering because they never broke in. They were already there. You can give them trespassing, criminal trespassing, because they were on the premises.
And that's like what? Probation or maybe 6 months?
Exactly. So to me, you giving out, a lucky number 7, which isn't a lucky number 7 in that case, for them basically trespassing. And see, this is what I was saying about our justice system, but I'm not gonna go down that path because we kind of spoke on that. But all I'm gonna say is, right, when I looked at this, it made me laugh, and then it made me feel bad in a way because I was laughing because, man, they freaking stupid. But here's the thing about it is, right? Here's the thing about it. People use social media to get rich and famous now. And that's why I say social media can be a weapon for good, or it can be a detriment to society. It's both. Because right now you got a lot of, I've learned a lot from YouTube on how to fix things, and I've taught myself certain things that I didn't know off YouTube. I've learned a lot of history facts off YouTube and people putting on videos. I've learned so much. But then, you got a lot of negativity
on
social media that people see and they want to get famous. They want clout. They want to get paid, because if you got so many followers on YouTube, man, you get paid.
Yep.
So people are kind of looking at, what can I do to get famous? What can I do to get 1 million followers, 1 million views, 1 million likes? People are constantly thinking about this and seeing what can I do to get myself out there? And it's just dumb. We're doing a lot of dumb things. And that's what's going on, man. They did something stupid. It was stupid.
Somebody said, watch the movie Inventing Anna. Okay.
It was stupid. But 7 years, man. See, to me, okay. So let's look at it. Right? Saucy and Honey. I don't know which one it was saucy, and I guess the dude would be saucy because why would
you never know these days, but go ahead.
Yeah, I know, but I wouldn't call myself Honey, So you got that going on. And
we're always doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, so if you doing that, but you giving somebody 7 years, and I guarantee you they are probably, I don't know. I didn't see the people.
Again, I think what the judge and everything, they're trying to make examples out of folks now, man. I think this
Yeah,
is
but
this was all
okay,
about now. Like it's
but
like
you don't get 7 years for being inside of a place and you took nothing.
yeah,
Had they walked out with some stuff or whatever, that would have been different. But there's no way in the world you give somebody 7 years for like literally doing for leaving. And they left. They actually left on their own. They own the court. They only got caught because they YouTubed it. They basically YouTube, and then the only way somebody even knew that they were in there was because of the alarm went off when they exited the building. Other than that, they took nothing. So you giving somebody 7 years for that? If you want to give them some probation or community service or something, okay, I get that. But 7 freaking years, come on, man. Like now we just being stupid. You know what I'm saying? So, but don't be stupid. Stop doing YouTube for stupid things, man.
you
Freaking
talking
YouTube.
to a wall on that one. Folks gonna find something to do stupid so it can go viral.
Exactly.
Next topic. The next two topics are very interesting. Gas prices. I don't got a picture for it, but gas prices they high. Folks mad. They complaining. $4 and I don't know how much it is in there, but I hear we have $4.15 regular. And if you drive diesel, you're pretty much done.
Yeah, it's extremely expensive for diesel. Right now, it's like $4 here, and rising. Look, man. So when I first saw, again, like we talked about it earlier, how about a month ago gas was still $2.85 for regular. Then it went up to $3. But then within a matter of weeks, it went to $3.50. And then 2 weeks later, it's $4. So to me, what people have to realize is I'm not gonna go into my conspiracy things or whatever.
$4.95 in Sunrise, is that regular or is that premium?
I mean, yeah, everywhere is about it's about almost $5 for premium. I never use premium.
Okay,
but,
yeah,
but
that
what
better
I'm
be
saying
premium.
is, like, I'm not gonna go into
That's what I thought. Okay, yeah. I use Plus because I'm an Uber driver.
But
that's like at $4.20.
This whole Russia thing was a reason for them to hike up prices, man. Like
I was going to use this as a topic, but when Biden said he wants $12 million for Ukraine, for Americans to go over there and help out, $12 billion. I mean, and then don't we use I know we have our pipeline, but don't we use like Russia's pipeline for gas or for oil?
Well, not only that, I mean, dude, like Texas produces, I don't know the numbers on it, but Texas is one of the largest oil producers in the world.
Why are we using other countries on pipeline for oil though? We have our own oil.
I mean, it's a lot of oil in Africa. It's other countries, but it's all an agenda, man. Let me tell you something. This is why people don't realize you got all that stimulus money, right? All the government is doing is bringing it back in. They just slowly reeling in all the money that they done gave y'all. They getting it one way or the other.
They're gonna get it back in taxes too.
Huh?
They're gonna get it back in taxes also.
They gonna get it. Yeah, they gonna get it.
PP loans.
And then I mean, we just talked about it, like inflation. Is all of a sudden we went from COVID, everything getting back to normal. Normal. But then all of a sudden now, you got the war, you got gas, then jump back up, all after 2 years of, things kind of being on a pause, getting these stimulus checks. and all that. Now, boom, they just hit you with the gas and the inflation. I mean, that's what it is. The government is just getting everything back that they handed out. That's all that it is. And see, this is why people don't realize is that, whatever they give, they're gonna want right back. Some kind of way. They're gonna want it back.
Mhm.
Want it back. And so that's something else I said. Like gas is $4 now for regular. I don't see it dropping back down anytime soon. But it's just like, okay,
Maybe
dang.
when this war ends, this
Okay,
so-called
but
war ends.
here's the
We
thing
don't know
about this.
when, but
So all of a sudden, Russia and UK go to war or whatever, gas prices go up. Dang. So does anytime somebody go to war, is
oh
gas
yeah,
go up?
100%. Every time look what happened in when Bush was in the office 20 years ago when we went to war with Afghanistan.
Yeah, I understand that, but see that a lot of that, gas was, that was because gas was so cheap and it was coming over here relatively cheap, you
Mhm.
know, because the Bushes, man, they were a big oil provider. So I mean, you're not gonna outsell everything. That's gonna be okay. So that was that. But now, what the heck does Russia got to do with oil? I mean, gas and all that. It's an excuse. Everything is an
Oh
excuse
yeah,
to
it's an
come up
excuse,
with something.
100%. Yeah.
Everything. So I mean, it ain't. I don't see it getting any better. And it's crazy because if you live in California, man, it's about like $6 for regular. So I don't know, man. Like all I say is, man, be frugal where y'all going. If you ain't gotta go somewhere, don't go. You know, or you can always. Well,
Man, they
I
got
would say take
people
an
buy.
Uber,
Hey,
but
look, stock the prices of bikes are going to be bikes and scooters are going to be going up. I mean, not going up, but people buying bikes and scooters is going to be the big thing.
man, if you can walk the way you gotta go, you walk. Because if
Um,
not, man, your pocket's gonna be getting hurt because that money ain't going up.
but,
Everything
but
goes
also,
up.
but also, a bike will be faster than walking. So
Yeah,
we'll buy bikes and
everything
scooters.
goes up with your check.
Right. The check goes missing.
Exactly.
All right, move along. Are we at the last topic already? Oh man. All
Yep.
right. So the last topic. Uh Pretty V. For those who know who Pretty V is, she is a comedian. She's been on Wild 'N Out. She's been on, I guess, does her own thing with comedy. She's from Miami. You and
Mhm.
me are from Broward County, from Fort Lauderdale. And she made this freestyle. Let me pull it up. You see it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
No sound.
Hold on, let me turn it up. That's why. Did the sound not come up? What's going on here? All right, so there's no sound. Oh well. Basically, I don't know what happened with that. Basically, she's saying that certain parts are not Miami, um Pompano's not Miami, Homestead's not Miami, and Miramar's not Miami. I don't know why the volume didn't come up. That's crazy. I really want to play it.
Dude say you gotta bring me in.
They bring you in? Yeah, okay, we'll bring you. We'll bring you in. Yeah, okay. Um, but let us go. What we say about it. And then Kodak Black, I can't play the audio for some reason. Oh, I know why. I think I know why. No, that's not the reason why. But anyway, so
So what Kodak Black said first? Just
he was saying that, man, like I understand she a comedian, but that ain't funny, man. Like, you can't, he feels that like she disrespect Brad by saying, Pompano ain't Miami and Palm Beach ain't Miami and Fort Lauderdale ain't Miami. I think he took it, offensive about that, and then he was like, "Yo, we gotta we got to stick together, man, because Atlanta, them folks, they stick together, and other cities stick together. Why can't we stick together?
Well, all right, so that was kind of my point, right? What we were saying earlier, right? Because me, I could care less. Of course I'm from Broward. I tell people all the time, man, I'm from Broward County, Florida, and they be like, what's that? And I say, that's Fort Lauderdale. But here's the thing about it, right? Miami is bigger than Fort Lauderdale. Man, I just looked at the population of Fort Lauderdale, and it's only 200-something thousand people.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, I didn't know that. I didn't know that we were that small. But most people that know about Miami don't know about Miami for the reasons that even Miami people think. They only know about the rappers in South Beach. So it's not like they really look at it like, oh, Miami this, Miami that. The thing is though, is I feel like with her being a comedian, she's really just trying to like, she doing this for the same thing you and I just said. She's doing it for clout.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I look at it like this, man, one of my best friends is from Miami. Man, this dude, will have my back through thick and thin. I will have his back through thick and thin. Another one of my close homeboys that I used to work with, I ain't gonna say close homeboys, but me and him real cool. He was from Miami. A lot of people that I used to work with, man, when I worked at Office Depot, they were from Miami, man. We were real cool.
Yeah.
And we would joke and talk about, this and Broward and Miami, but at the end of the day, we never had issues with each other, man. It was always fun. Because at the end of the day, we all Florida.
Yeah, but then again, you and me are from different era. This era here, man, it's just out of control. Like,
But see,
they put that pride first. Like,
no, but see, here's the thing about it. Like, I remember years ago when I was early 90s, JT Money. JT is my favorite Florida rapper of all time. JT Money made this song. He made this thing called Cows from Broward. And he came up with that saying Cows from Broward, but I think it was because he got beat up in Broward. He did a show in Broward, and I guess, I don't know.
People don't know that part, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if he was talking trash, he got beat up. But the thing about it is over the years, now look, I'm not even gonna say beat up. That allegedly, let me walk that back. Allegedly, that's what happened. I don't know because this was before my time, so allegedly. And you know what? Over the years, man, JT Money used to do a lot of shows in Broward. I went to a club one time and JT Money was performing, man. Man, JT Money to this day is still my favorite rapper out of Miami. And then it would be Trick, and then it was some other ones. And the thing about it is, man, but all that was going on in the 90s. I'll never forget, I seen this dude, man. It was something going on in Sunland. Like they were having some kind of
Not Sunland Park. Go ahead.
yeah, they were having some kind of get together. And
Probably Peace in the Hood.
yeah, I don't know. They asked the dude, man, they was like, man, is anybody from Miami? Is anybody from Miami? And these dudes, they were younger than me. And they was asking, man, who from Miami? And so this one dude was like, oh, I'm from Miami. And they started jumping the dude. And I was like,
I didn't mean to laugh, man, but go ahead.
Yeah, and I was like, for real though, man, come on, man. Like, why we on this, man? I was like, damn, y'all gonna jump that man, like, for what? Because he from Miami. How would y'all feel if you was in Miami and somebody said, who from Broward? Then you got jumped. I mean, come on, man. Look, we all from Florida. We all, I don't know if she trying to bring back that whole Broward versus Dade and all this and all that.
That's been there, man. Like,
yeah, but
yeah.
I mean, that's something, man. People done moved on, man. I mean, Rick Ross got a house in Wilton, not Wilton.
I think it's Cooper City or something like that. Yeah, Miramar. Yeah. Well, see, Miramar is right on that borderline, so it's
but I still consider Broward.
Yeah.
You got a lot of these rappers, man. They come and they might be from Miami, but they move from Miami because they don't want to deal with some of the stuff going on in Miami. So they move to Broward because Broward is more laid back, and And so, like I went to he had a club in Hialeah. Hialeah is not considered Miami.
Oh,
And so
she said that in her freestyle. So
yeah,
yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. But see, my point is people have moved on from that, and I feel like she's trying to bring that back. Because to be honest with you, it really don't matter, man. Like
Yeah.
I've had dudes that's from Broward that I can't stand, in the past I ain't get along with. But then I've had, people from Miami I'm cool with. Matter of fact, man, once upon a time, man, I used to be in Miami every night hanging with one of my friends, rest in peace, KP. Every night I was in Miami and I never had one issue with now one of them dudes. And I was in the club every night. I never had an issue. And then my little brother, he used to be like, man, I want to go to, and he used to be like, man, I ain't going to that club. And I was like, for what? Ain't nobody ever bother me. You going in there, you acting all scared and this and that. You must, have a problem with them dude. I never had one issue. So it's just, man, if we still own that, man, because look, I've never claimed that I'm from Miami ever in my life.
And that's another issue. I don't know anybody, okay, other than Ace Hood.
Ace Hood didn't even claim Miami. What happened is, and I'm gonna tell you this real quick.
Kodak said that. Kodak said Ace Hood claims Miami.
You know why?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring a special guest in a minute, but go ahead.
Yeah, you know why? The reason is because when he first signed on to what was that label with your boy?
We the best, DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled, right? DJ Khaled made him do that. Made him basically like claim that he was from Miami so he could get more recognition. But
now they beef each other because of the contract. But go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, but ain't he from Hollandale or something? And
Ace Hood is from Deerfield.
Yeah, Deerfield. But it's funny because even Broward people didn't claim Ace Hood, man. I mean, I ain't never been an Ace Hood fan. Nobody really. I never claimed Ace Hood, man, Ace Hood. Nobody.
Well,
really
I'm cool with Ace Hood because I'm like his mom went to my sister's wedding and everything, and she told me the whole story with him and Khaled, and I'm like, okay, yeah, but he's doing good now with his independent stuff. So
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But I can't really say that the man claimed Miami on his own. That was something DJ Khaled forced that man to do.
Yeah, but you know that, but I don't think they know that.
Yeah, but that's why I'm enlightening the people. This is what we do, my brother. We enlighten the people.
So, hey man, let's bring the special guest in, man. I mean, let's
go ahead.
Let's bring him in. All right, let's see if he comes on. Young Zaire Young.
Yo,
what's happening, my brother?
Where y'all want to start, man?
Go ahead, start from the top.
Where y'all want to start? Ace Hood had to claim Miami because he was from Broward. He was forced,
Exactly.
But he always read everything.
In that group chat, I said that to a particular person, and I guess he knew that.
Yeah, but he claimed everything. He always say Deerfield, Broward, and then he don't say certain parts. Because I'm an Ace Hood fan, JB. I've been jamming Ace Hood from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I know all the body bags.
Hey, I mean, he got a few.
Hey, his homeboy from Miami, Slim Diesel.
Yeah, Slim D's, but the streets is the streets. You know what I'm saying? But even with that whole thing y'all talking about earlier, with like, I'm not from Dave. I'm not from Broward. I'm from Broward. I'm not from Dave. I'm not from the Florida thing and all that. We the two most parts, like you said, Jeremy. Anywhere you go, you say I'm from Broward. I'm from Florida. They be like Miami. That's the first thing they say. You know what I'm saying?
Now we got 33% of our TSU's football team from Florida, and they're gonna say, "Yo, are you what county?" I'm gonna say Broward County. They don't never say city.
Y'all got a lot of people from up there, but if you go anywhere else, you go to Chicago or somewhere, they might say, "Hey, where you from?" Be like, I'm from Florida. I'm from Florida. They be like Miami. You know what I'm saying? They don't immediately think Broward.
That's all they know.
I live in Georgia. Because we had the history of hip hop, ain't nobody popping out of Jacksonville, ain't nobody popping out of Tampa, Tallahassee, Port St. Lucie. You know what I'm saying? And then when you go to those places, Jupiter, we even got a place called Harlem. There's nobody there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a different, that's on the other.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different lifestyle. So when you go to those places in Florida, other than Miami and Broward and even Tampa for the parties and all that stuff, You go to those other places, you're like, this ain't nothing like where I just came from. Like, why isn't it like the same? That's why we don't claim each other like that. No, I'm not from Miami. I'm not from Florida. I'm from Broward. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the same thing with Tallahassee, because, you know, the school.
I mean, at first it was, you know, entertainment, but now, man, it's to the point now, like, it's a pride thing.
But, you know, she was talking about, oh, when Pretty V was like, oh, Fort Lauderdale is not Dade. I don't understand why Kodak didn't, like, he feels some, she's right. They're not Dade at all. Fort Lauderdale is
but the comments are saying, like, who the hell from Broward is claiming Miami? Like, nobody's saying that.
Nobody's saying that at all.
Even in Palm Beach, nobody's saying that in Palm Beach.
The only way you claiming it is because most of the people that live in Broward are Dolphin fans. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason. You know what I'm saying? Or Miami Heat fans. So you see,
I've never liked either one of them.
And then you know, Miami is just a place where everybody goes to lay their head. I mean, to go party and work, and everything goes down over there. Once they done with that, they take that drive back to Fort Lauderdale to go home to their families and sleep and chill. Especially them dudes that do wrong in the streets out there. They trap. You go get everything down there, and you bring that back to Broward where you can be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole difference. I think that's the bridge that you got to understand. As far as the best parties, we got Los Olas and stuff like that in Broward. But if you really want to see something, you go to
Bayside and freaking South Beach.
You know what I'm saying? South Beach. When you cross that bridge, it's a whole different.
That's the thing about it. And I have told people, you know, it's two sides of Miami. It's the real side and the fake side. The real side is the Poker Bean projects and all that other stuff, man. That, I mean, you got people sleeping in the streets, building forts just so they can lay their heads down, the dirty, grungy. But then you go on the other side where it's all fake and glamorous and all this expensive stuff and all that. You know, so most people outside of Florida, all they see is the beautiful palm trees of Miami, the South Beaches, the clear water. They don't see that side of Miami where it's all dirty and nasty and all that nightlife. I mean, drugs.
Yeah, once you cross them train tracks, it's a different lifestyle.
Yeah, they don't see that. So all they see is the rappers and the celebrities in Miami. And see, I feel like that's what Homegirl is trying to do. She's trying to basically enhance her brand because she's from Miami. But if you notice, man, like when I was growing up, to me, I never had issues with anybody from Dade unless they said something, you know. But I mean, it was rare. You know, I always respected them because, you know, we from Florida, you know, and to me, it's like we got to stick together no matter what. So, but what I always knew is North Florida and South Florida, two different entities. I met a dude from Kissimmee, Florida, and I swear I thought he was from Georgia the way he talked. I was like, man, where you from?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. The separation is real.
Yeah,
and when you go northern versus north, it's a whole different state.
Yeah, I done met dudes from Pahokee.
Pahokee and Belle Glade, that's a different ball game too.
So it's really, once West Palm Beach on down is really considered like South Florida, like that, because all that is pretty much the same, you know. But all this is Dade versus Broward, man. That really don't exist anymore unless somebody happens to. They just feel like Dade, you know.
That tradition comes from like the football games.
Yeah, exactly. That's the rivalries. But all this, Miami is better than Fort Lauderdale. No, I mean, you know, Florida is Florida. You know, except for North Florida, which is very vastly different.
Yeah, it's the separation, and that's where we get it from. Yeah, so we already feel like it's two different states. So we already feel like it's two different.
Anything in South Florida, man, we pretty much the same. And then we do have friendly rivalries. Like one of my best friends, man. Like anytime Antonio Brown do something stupid, I'll be like, "Boy, that's that Dade County boy right there." He'd be like, "Man, shut up, man," and we laugh and joke about it. You know, but I don't never say anything negative about Dade because I have a lot of respect for Dade. I do. I used to be Dade.
Well, even the Little League games doing Broward versus Dade now. The Little League.
Hey, when it goes like back to like the hip hop, when you talk about JT Money and stuff like that, when when Trina used to come out here, she used to always say, I used to go to the clubs, Trina, when Ball Greasy, you know what I'm saying? They come up here and then, you know what I'm saying? And even like Plies, and he ain't even from nowhere down here.
No,
you know
he's from Fort Myers.
Yeah, he from Fort Myers. He come down here, he comes like, man, he always, you hear them, you gotta be in the club when you hear these guys say the little things that they say, man. I make more money in here than I do in other club. And any club, and you know, I love y'all, bro. You feel me? I got better bitches and all that. Like, why ain't like this and all that? Like, at least y'all ain't fighting out here and everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing about it. You know, my homeboy from Miami. I think he just moved back to Miami, but he lived in Broward, man. I used to show him, man. And he always say, man, I didn't know anything about Broward until you took me around. And man, he loved Broward, man. Man, I had so much fun. I do this.
That's the same thing Steve Diesel said when he hooked up with Ace Hood and he came up to Deerfield. He was like, this is how y'all do it in Broward.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, so I just feel like she's trying to start something that's not there anymore. You know, trying to reignite.
Yeah, at the end of the day, man, nobody from Broward or Palm Beach is claiming Dade unless like I said, let's say Heat fans or Hurricane fans.
Look, I would never rep a place that I'm not from. You know, I've been in Texas for 10 years, and I tell somebody quick, man, I'm from Florida. You know, I consider Texas my home
I'm
now.
from Broward. I mean,
yeah, I could be here 10, I'll be here 30 years, and I will always say I'm from Florida. And I tell people all that I'm from Florida. You know, I've been here 10 years, but I'm from Florida. You know, Fort Lauderdale to be exact, because I can't rep a situation that I've never lived in. You know, yes, I used to be in Dade all the time, and I respect Dade, you know, but I can't say that I'm from Dade because I'm not. So why would a person claim a place that they're not from? But like Kodak Black did say, Atlanta, Georgia people tend to stick together. I don't care if they from Atlanta, this part or that part.
Yeah, Stone Mountain or DeKalb.
So why we gotta go back to that whole like, oh, I'm from Pompano, I'm from Miami, I'm from Brown. I mean, why? Why we gotta do that? Why?
I guess it depends on the conversation of who you talk to.
Yeah, exactly. So to me, it's just unnecessary. Look, if she want to say, look, I'm from Miami, I rep Miami, you know, I have love for this place and this place, but you know, I'm always be from Miami, I'm fine with that. But don't go trying to put down other cities just to build up your brand or whatever to make you feel special, you know. And I feel like really that's an attention grabber. She's trying to grab attention, really, because I don't even like Kodak Black. But I'm gonna tell you what, this dude got a lot of respect for people outside of Florida, period. You know, so whether he from Miami or Pompano or whoever, you know, this dude done got a lot of respect throughout the music industry from being from Pompano. So yeah. It is what it is.
If it works, it works. Hey, one thing though, the Smokey Robinson thing, was that was what he said from something recent, or was that from you said something about
it was old. Go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
It was old, but they just brought it up. Somebody brought it back up.
Oh, okay. It
was old something that he said, like in I can't remember if it was an interview or a song or something. And
you said it was the Def. I saw. He said the Def Poetry Jam thing, right? Yeah. I saw that thing. I remember watching that video when he was like, my blackness and all this and all that don't qualify me and this and all that. But yeah. I understand what okay. I was just clarifying that. All right.
I appreciate it, man. I mean, appreciate it, Zara. Let me get you off of here.
Brother.
All right, y'all boys, be good.
All right. And yeah, it's almost 3:00, man. I got to get to work, man. So
we only got that 5 for the coach anyway, right?
Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Kenan Thompson. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's the 5 for the coach. Kenan Thompson did his. Hold up. Kenan Thompson been with Saturday Night Live for a number of years, and I think he just did a milestone of 1,500. Yeah, 1,500 sketches, all-time career sketches on Saturday Night Live. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, congratulations to Kenan Thompson. Yeah, he's been on Saturday Night Live since 2004, I believe, and he's still on there now.
You know, it's crazy because I never used to watch. I didn't have cable, so I didn't watch the Keenan and Kel show. But it's crazy because he's been in way more stuff than the dude Kel. Who basically kind of just
Kel. The thing with Kel is, I think he came. I think he came more religious, or whatever. And when they parted ways,
he does stuff from time to time. I see him in things from time to time. The thing about it is I haven't watched Saturday Night Live in a long time. I never really thought Keenan was funny, but at the same time, man, I always feel like, man, that I respect these milestones because, again, like for him to have as many sketches as or have the most sketches, man, again, that's always a door open for somebody else, man.
You said Kel did behind the scenes like Carlton did. Okay.
Yeah. So I always feel like whether I have an opinion on you or not, if you can open the door for somebody else, man, I'm all for it, man. I mean, I've never really thought it was that funny, but you know what? I've seen some things here and there funny. I thought it was funny, but again, to me, that's a big accomplishment, man. Again, I ain't got a hat, but I would tip my hat to him. And so God bless him, man, and keep doing what he can do.
All right, and that's it for the podcast. I know we had some technical difficulties. I apologize for that. Thank you, Zah, for coming on and addressing the Bride versus Day situation.
Yep.
It's the N.O.T E Podcast. We'll be back. I'm J.A. That's JB the General.